it's become a big part of my life for no reason. So today we're going to educate ourselves on tarot cards. This video is for people like me who are like kind of familiar with tarot and what it does, what it means, but hasn't really bothered to actually explore the different cards and the different energies and, you know, whatever else. I don't even know like what vocabulary to use, so that's what we are going to be learning today. I was shopping the other day at Anthropology, if anyone knows that store, and they had their Halloween stuff out already, which, if you know me, you know that I am a sucker for Halloween and creepy, spooky things. So I was like, you know what? They are selling a Halloween tarot deck, and I've heard that all decks are basically the same, and you're supposed to just kind of like get one that you like the designs of. So that is what I got. This is the Halloween Tarot Major Arcana 22 card deck, exclusively for Anthropology. So let's take a look at this box. We have some sort of lion figure. On the front there. This side has this little cloud with hands coming out. One's holding a bat and one's holding a cat, I think. Super cute. And then the back says, if life is a game of cards, we are born without knowing the rules. Yet we must play our hand. Is tarot only a card game, or is there a philosophy behind it? Did anyone else grow up religious, specifically some sort of Christian? And oh my, in those classes, in our religion classes, they were like, you cannot touch tarot. Like, it is divination, it's like a sin, whatever. And girl, I believed that. As a child, I believed that. I was like, oh my god, tarot and astrology, like, can't touch those. And now, I'm like, no, this is like so interesting, even if it's like not real. I don't care. I love the vibe. Okay, now we're going to open it. So there's this cute design in here, and then this is like the guidebook. So it explains every card. So that's what we're going to be doing, is going through them one by one. There's this little cute design on the back as well. There's that lion man again. Okay, here is the full deck, and we're gonna go one by one in order. So all of these have the card name here and then a number underneath so that we can stay in order. I am not a tarot expert. This is basically meant to just be like a beginner's overview of every card and what it means. So I hope that you enjoy. Okay, the first card is the some kind of bird man with... Is that a cat? A cat. He's about to walk off a cliff, so that's why he's a fool, I guess. And then that's an owl or something with the sun. Okay, let's read about this one. Here's our guidebook. Okay. The Fool's number is 0. No number. But for me, 0 is a number. The Fool in the tarot deck is as strong as all the other cards put together. Why? Because it represents humanity on our spiritual quest. Not knowing where we are going, the Fool is ready to discover. The hero of fairy tales who appears dim-witted, but is able to find the treasure when others have failed. That's what's really interesting about tarot, is like, you get these cards that on the surface seem kind of negative, but it's like, actually this is about discovery and humans' capacity for whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Okay, that is card number 0, I guess. Okay, next we have the Magician. This is a really interesting one. This is like, it's like that one health symbol. I don't know what it's called. But you guys know what I'm talking about, with the 2 snakes going around, and then, like a finger pointing up at the sky, and then another hand coming out of a cloud, holding a crown, or some sort of like potion bottle, actually, like, and then fire, I'm assuming. This is the Magician. I like this pattern on the back too. It's cute. Okay, let's read about this one. The Magician is the card of the creator of the universe, that which created this marvelous joke of our paradoxical world. It is the card of active intelligence, pure light, pure energy, mischief, and creation. Okay, so I guess that means, like, creative energies. I don't know. Again, not an expert. Next, for card number 2, technically, we have the High Priestess. I really like this one. Super mysterious. It kind of reminds me of, like, Dune, the movie. I think it's the first one where, what's her name? It's something like the High Priestess. It's like that lady who's in charge of, those, like, spiritual women, and, like, Timothy Chalamet puts his hand into the box, you know what I'm talking about? Anyways, that's what this reminds me of. I love this as well, and these little, like, orbs, and then the pillars. Oh gosh, I think these are like pomegranates or something, some sort of fruit. Or maybe I'm just dumb, I don't know. But, and then this is some sort of scroll. Priestess is the card of intuitive feminine power. This feminine intuition, oh, light drop dead, is one of the keys to life. She represents the irrational unconscious with all its potential. This card is not for those who wish to explain events by reason or by their surface, but with the depth of instinctual vision and imagination. Love that for her. Love that. Next we have the Empress, and I really like this one too. It's like a lioness lady with a spear or some sort of weapon, crown, and then, yeah, very cool. What do you guys think of the designs so far? I like how they're kind of creepy, but not like anything super horrifying or disturbing. Okay, let's read about this diva. The Empress is the queen of the sky, mother, emotion, sacred magic, and civilization. The Empress exerts a fatal attraction on all. Right, so I don't know what that means. A lot of these descriptions are kind of a little bit cryptic, so if anyone is a tarot expert, feel free to educate us in the comments, because this is an ASMR video. Like, I'm not gonna be shedding a ton of expertise. Okay, next we have the Emperor, and this is the same design that's on the box. So here is our lion man with some bats and a sword and some sort of, I know what this is, I just don't know what it's called. Alright, what's going on with this guy? Let's see. The Emperor is the card of masculine power, for good or for bad. The Emperor is a symbol of organization and aggression. He has brought us science and medicine, but also weapons and war. He represents the patriarch. He desires to control and conquer. Oh, so I don't know if I am fucking with him, but it's okay. I'm sure there's some sort of significance to there being like a feminine energy and a masculine energy card. I'm not sure what that would be, but very cool. Oh, I love the design in this next one. This is the Hierophant, something like that. It's a cat who looks like the Pope. That is so funny. I love that. This is very much giving like the keys to heaven or whatever. And then he has some kind of, are so silly looking. Okay, we're gonna find out what's going on with this one. Through this card, one acquires knowledge of a sacred nature. It represents for some a teacher, a guru, or a prophet. The Hierophant deciphers mysteries. It may be a book, a shaman, or a holy person. There we go with the Pope imagery. Okay. So this card is like how you connect with divinity or spirituality, something like that. I'm gonna have to like Google all of this later. I think that these numbers also have some sort of significance. Like I looked up this morning something called the Destiny Matrix. I'd never heard of it before. It was just on TikTok for some reason. And everyone, you enter in your birthday, and like the number in the middle of the matrix is like related to this somehow. It has something to do with like your life path or whatever. So that's another thing to look into for anyone who is interested and knows more than me. Okay, next we have the Lovers. Also love this one, these cats. And then this is some sort of angel figure on fire with butterflies and a sun with only the bottom rays and some trees. This is card 6, but like I guess technically it's like the 7th card because there's a card 0, but yeah, I love the details on these. This card teaches us that divine essence, although represented by two exact opposites, contains all the genders present in the spectrum. In its external manifestation, it has no gender. The same is true of souls. Oh, I didn't realize we were gonna get a gender card through this. I thought this had more to do with like romance, but what the hell, sure. Next is the Chariot. Yep, that looks like a horse pulling a chariot. You can see the hands in the corner here with the sun seems to be a big element in a lot of these cards. And then we have some clouds. And yeah. Alright, let's find out what's going on with the Chariot. The Chariot represents victory. It is the card of triumph. One must be vigilant in order to overcome. Oh, so it's a good card to pull, I think is what that means. I don't know. I have no idea. But love that. Next we have strength. Oh, this one is so funny. So we have a lion here, and he has a cat lady on his back, and she is holding a heart that has the sun and the moon coming out of it, and then this appears to be some sort of savannah situation. This one's very striking. I would assume that this card has a positive connotation as well, but we shall find out. The monster the maiden must tame inside herself. It is her own inner demons that she must conquer. Through this difficult task, she will discover her own strength. So I guess you probably get this card when you're going through some sort of trial or test. So I guess it can also symbolize difficulty. Ooh, I love this next card. This is the Hermit. It looks like the Grim Reaper almost. I don't think it's supposed to be the Grim Reaper, but oh, I really like this. And you can see it's dark all around, but then he has this light, this lantern that lights up where he is. And there's an owl and a crescent moon. Yeah, I really like this one. He also looks like he has some sort of like tentacles or something coming out up here, which is really interesting. Is an experienced wanderer searching for a spiritual treasure. The card implies that the most important lessons are learned through the heart. Step inside and listen to the message. So, I guess like soul searching, kind of. Something like that. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This one's really interesting as well. So this looks kind of like a steering wheel on a ship almost. And then there's like a bunch of animals and stuff at the bottom, and then I don't know what, like a pharaoh, right? Like is that what this person is called? Really interesting. box thing that I talked about, or whatever it's called. I think this was the number in the middle for me. This one. Justice implies self-knowledge. One must acquire an ability to judge oneself, to come to terms with our dark side. With this insight, one can judge others with a compassionate eye. Real justice is not blind, but brings a vision of universality. Interesting. Real justice is not blind. Next, we have the Hanged Man. That is so cute. That has to be a bat, right? Yeah. Oh my god, the other day I saw this video online. I think maybe it was TikTok. Again, back to getting all those tarot readings on TikTok, but there was a rat just like sitting on a ledge somewhere, and there was a bat like flying around this rat, and the rat pulled the bat out of the air and ate it. Sorry, that's gross, but like just made me think of this, because yeah, R.I.P. to that bat. I love these like branches or vines or whatever this is growing off of that, and I have no clue what this means, so let's find out. The Hanged Man has fascinated poets and artists throughout the ages. Mysterious, the Hanged Man is suspended by his foot. What does this mean? He is in the position to view the world upside down, a new compassionate perspective. Oh, so it's a perspective change. Okay. There must be so many nuances that explain the differences between these cards, because a lot of these are starting to kind of sound the same, so, which I'm sure is not the case, but again, someone, like, please educate me. Next, we have Death. Here's the Grim Reaper, I'm assuming, and then he has some sort of, like, banner or something here, and stars. I know this one's supposed to be, like, transformation or something, because I used to be kind of scared of this card, because I thought, like, oh my god, it means I'm gonna die, and it's like, no, that's not what it means. Okay, let's read about this one. The greatest mystery of life. Without death, life would have no meaning. Death, the great reaper, allows new blossoms to grow. This card of death is a card of renewal. Being aware of death is a way of embracing by the futility of life. So true. Yeah, I really like this one too. It's nice. Next is Temperance. We have another bird person. It looks like a woman standing. Oh, there's like water going in between these two different urns. Really interesting image. The sun is there again, and it looks like she is standing in some kind of marsh or something. Temperance seems to be a compromise, a middle road. Temperance is the right way. Okay, so it's about, like, balance, I guess. Stuff like that. Next we have the Devil. This one is definitely kind of creepy. I know goat imagery is very often associated with the devil, so this makes sense. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, but there are two other goats chained to this platform that he's standing on. I actually am kind of curious what this one is about. So, let's find out. The devil is the card of magnetism, energy, and fornication. The devil also represents the loss of personal freedom through vices of any kind. Oh, so if this card comes up, you gotta get your shit together, is what I'm hearing. Next is the Tower, which appears to be exploding. That's comforting. Yeah, no, and there's like various things falling out of it. Yeah, there's like lightning striking this building. Let's find out what's going on. The tower represents physical structures or structures of the mind which are not built solidly. The falling tower is not only negative in aspect but provides a lesson. Complex mental fabrications should fall apart. Break down the mental walls to see through them. Okay. So, I guess like getting stuck in your head and like, yeah, something like that. We are learning together. Don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry. We are going to get through this. Next is the Star. This one's cute. We have a cloud with hands pouring water, and one's pouring water into more water, and one's pouring it into the desert or mountains or whatever this is supposed to be, sand. And there are stars up here, and a ladder as well. That's really interesting. I think this is also a positive card, but we'll see. Really intriguing design. Okay. This star carries two jugs which spill water into a stream of renewal. She is a whole being, not fragmented as many of us are in our modern civilization. The star is in contact with nature in all its abundance. She knows the true laws of heaven and earth. Okay, so what does that mean? Something about, again, like divine knowledge or something like that. Okay, a few more to go. Let's make sure this is all neat. Okay. The moon. I guess this is supposed to be the moon. And there are a bunch of wolves howling at it, and then there there's like a lobster sitting here for some reason. And I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like the sounds of the wolves or rain or moon rays or whatever. But I like it. Okay, the moon is the card of creative imagination and negative illusion. The moon is an interior card, mysterious, enigmatic. The moon affects the tides of the seas and is connected to the ebb and flow of water. This card can be perilous or offer great power. That kind of reminds me of like, you guys know like astrology, like your big three. I know a little bit more about astrology than tarot, not by much, but a little bit. And I know that your moon sign is supposed to be like your emotions or your intuitive internal side, so this kind of sounds similar. I don't know if that's like just a coincidence or if everything's supposed to be like interconnected, but yeah, really interesting. Next is the sun. Yup, that is the sun, yup. With these two like angel children, cherubs, kind of, and then bats as well. There is also obviously a sun sign in astrology as well, so I wonder if this description is gonna be connected to that at all, or maybe not. Let's see. The sun is a source of life. It makes everything grow, a divinity that can lift our spirits. Okay, like, I guess kind of, maybe, because your sun sign is like your core, so you could say that it's like your source of energy. I don't know. Okay, I believe there are only two left. Yep. Okay. So we have Judgment. Oh yeah, this really gives like biblical imagery. We have the angel with the trumpet. And more bats, because, you know, Halloween. The sun again, and then that kind of looks like the flag of England, which is hilarious. This card represents the three parts of ourselves that must merge into one. We are urged not to judge others, but to look within ourselves. The three parts of ourselves that must merge into one. Am I supposed to know what those three parts are? I don't know. But this one also kind of scares me. Okay, last but not least, we have the world. This one is very elaborate. We have a lion, an oxen, I think maybe, and then some sort of like moth or butterfly or something in the middle, an eagle, and I think that's supposed to be a person with wings, so an angel. And then there's this like laurel design. Yeah, this one's very elaborate. Okay. The world is the card of splendor of the interior life. It is the last card of the major arcana and the spiritual exercise. Within this card lies the mystery of the world. It is the answer. Again, very cryptic, very cryptic. so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this kind of more low-key, trigger-heavy video. And I also recently hit 100 subscribers, so thank you all so much for subscribing, watching, commenting, liking, literally anything. I really do appreciate it, and I love making videos, and I'm glad that I was able to sit down and do this today. I've really been trying to find time to film. I've been, working on getting stuff for move out and my new job and all these things, so thank you for bearing with me, and I will see you all in the next one. Good night, good night, good night.